Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be answering a very simple question. How do we run effective meetings? Let's jump in. The short answer is simple. There are 3 steps: prepare, execute, and follow up. In the rest of the video, we're going to be breaking each of these steps down. So step 1 is to prepare. Let's go ahead and take a look at this document that you have access to via the description below, so we can dive into what preparing looks like. So step number 1 is to prepare. And what we mean by that is to complete the calendar invite. You're going to be answering a number of different questions in the calendar invite, and that includes who needs to be there. This is you getting very clear about who does and does not need to be there. Number 2 in the calendar invite, you're going to be answering, when are we meeting? Although you might gloss over this fact quickly, it's important to think about it because you have to consider everyone's job description, particular projects, and what things they've got going on. You don't want to send this invite out and then you get a million yes or not this time or only this time. Be mindful of that. The third part of the calendar invite is, how long is the meeting going to be? Are you going to schedule it for an hour and a half, for 45 minutes, for 15 minutes? How long will it be? And the rule of thumb is make it as quick as possible, but as long as necessary to accomplish the goal. The title of the calendar invite also really matters. You're going to want to make sure that it is short and descriptive so everyone knows what the meeting is about. Then when you get to the note section of the calendar invite, you're going to want to add an agenda. So that is like literally point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4 of what we're going to be discussing. And as a pro tip, if you can add a little time frame behind every topic, that'll help make sure that you are properly setting yourself up for success. And then you're going to want to add a little actionable section that says this needs to be done before the meeting. Attach any relevant documents that those who are attending need to have. Send out the calendar invite. So part 2 is to execute. You're going to want to go over the agenda, goal, and rules within the first 2 minutes. You're going to want to ask someone to set a timer for 5 minutes before the meeting ends. And that's so that you guys can have a little bit of time at the end to wrap everything up. Number 3, go down the list of your agenda topics. Assuming you've gotten through your whole agenda, or if the timer has gone off and you're still not done, you're going to still want to wrap up the meeting. And there's 2 basic questions to wrap up. Do we need to schedule another meeting to complete this? And who does what by when? Now that you've essentially executed the meeting, you need to follow up. If possible, right after the meeting is done, send everyone a follow-up email or Slack or whatever you guys communicate to say, this is what we talked about at our meeting. And you're going to want to make sure to include the actionables. Who does what by when? For you as a meeting leader, it's important that you complete your actionables during this 15-minute window. But if you can't, which sometimes you can't, you then want to schedule out time in your calendar to do your actionables. And then the last thing is you're going to want to schedule out either an email or a Slack or some communication or reminder for you to communicate with your team about their actionables to ensure that they have done it or are getting the support that they need to complete it. Meetings don't have to be draining. They can be things you look forward to. Effective meetings can happen if you properly prepare, execute, and follow up to every meeting. So if this added value to your life, please hit the like button. If you want to see more content related to this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments below how this might actually work for you in your next meeting. See you guys next time.